what we can file in the no shit category, Russian exile Nikolai Glushkov found dead in his London home. I wonder why.
Why?
Nikolai Glushkov, a Russian exile who had links to compatriots who died in mysterious circumstances in the UK, has been found dead in his London home, his lawyer confirmed. Let me guess. He wasn't friends with Putin. London's Metro Police said counter-terrorism officers would lead the investigation as a precaution because of associations that the man is believed to have had. Police did not name Glushkov, saying only they were investigating the death of a man in his 60s in southwest London. His lawyer, Andrei Borovkov, "Dear Russia, please make your names easier to pronounce. Thank you," confirmed his death to the Echo of Moscow radio station. In a statement, police said there was no evidence to suggest a link to the poisoning of former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia in Salisbury. Police were called by ambulance services at 10:46 p.m. local time to an address in New Malden in the borough of Kingston. A neighbor, Pat Egan, said police knocked on her door at 3:30 a.m. local time to ask whether she or her husband had seen or heard anything. Let's face it, Russian assassins, they're usually on the DL, so they usually don't make much racket. Egan said forensic crews attended the scene but were not wearing hazmat suits. He added that police removed several bags of evidence. Tents were erected outside the house. Glushkov was a friend of the oligarch Boris Berezovsky, a powerful oligarch found dead in his UK home in 2013. Glushkov was never convinced of the police explanation that he killed himself.
Shun the non-believer! Shun!
Odds are he didn't. Because, you know, anyone that's a remote rival to Putin, dead. He was granted political asylum in the UK in 2010, and in February 2016, Britain refused a request from Russia to extradite him on fraud charges connected to a period in the 90s when he was deputy director of the Russian national airline Aeroflot. Glushkov won notoriety in Russia's bare-knuckle transition to a market economy in the 90s when business, political, and criminal interests often collided amid the privatization of state assets, aka the de-Sovietization of Russia. He was formerly an employee of the other guy found dead. I'm not even going to try to say the name because, well, I'll screw it up again. One of the billionaires who bankrolled the '96 re-election of President Boris Yeltsin. The other dead guy subsequently fell out with Yeltsin's successor, President Vladimir Putin, and Glushkov found himself caught up in a politically charged corruption case. Because, of course, you know, you have a falling out with Putin, you're going to be in a corruption case of some sort, because even if you didn't do anything, because dictators and oligarchs kind of want to do that and get rid of anybody that disagrees with them. In 2000, Glushkov was arrested on charges of embezzling funds from Aeroflot, in which the other dead guy was a shareholder. Kind of interesting if you think about it, because, you know, got one guy has a falling out with Putin, his buddy gets arrested, yeah. Glushkov was sentenced in 2004 by the court of Moscow to 3 years and 3 months in prison and released for time served. According to TASS, he received political asylum in the UK in 2010, but Russian courts continued to pursue him. Last year, a Moscow court tried him in absentia for embezzlement from Aeroflot. According to investigators, Glushkov conspired with the other dead guy to restructure and embezzle loans worth an estimated $122.5 million.
Damn!
That's a lot of money, and if it's true, I would be a little upset as well. But seeing as he wasn't friends with Putin, and Putin's penchant for offing his critics and stuff like that, I'd take it with a grain of salt, to be honest with you. Glushkov was questioned as part of a British inquiry into the poisoning of Alexander Litvinenko, who was poisoned with highly radioactive polonium-210 in 2006 in a hotel bar in London. Glushkov told the inquiry that he had bumped into Litvinenko in the other dead guy's office. The other dead guy was found in 2013 on the bathroom floor of his home in Berkshire, west of London. British police said at the time they found no signs of a struggle, suggesting he had taken his own life. Glushkov argued publicly that he believed the Exile tycoon had been murdered. Are we really supposed to be surprised that Glushkov is now dead? Because he did that? I mean, let's be honest. Russia may not be officially Soviet anymore. They couldn't be more Soviet in certain instances like this if they tried. Police said they had informed Glushkov's next of kin of his death. Whilst we believe we know the identity of the deceased, formal identification is yet to take place. Well, for their sake, I hope it's confirmed that it's him, because it'd be really awkward to tell someone's family, oh yeah, he's dead. Come find out, okay, never mind, we were wrong. But let's be honest, we all know what happened. Putin wasn't a fan, so he offed him. Or had him off, I should say.